Now, police also confirmed that they've arrested one suspect in Polokwane in connection with the Salisville Tavern shooting massacre. Earlier this month, multiple gunmen opened fire at a shebeen in Salisville, killing at least 12 people and injuring 13 others. The motive for that shooting is still unclear, as police are still searching for two more suspects.
I can confirm that we have arrested one suspect in that particular case, a 32-year-old man. He is one of the three suspects that we had identified as persons of interest. Credit must be given to the Gauteng detectives, Gauteng tracking teams at Ridgeville Police Station, as well as the Limpopo tracking teams. Information was followed up on this particular suspect, in which he left Johannesburg, traveling over to Limpopo, and Gauteng Crime Intelligence shared that particular information with police officers in Limpopo. Limpopo tracking teams immediately mobilized their resources, and they identified the vehicle that this particular suspect was traveling in. They managed to corner the suspect at Shell Ultra City, just outside Polokwane, where he was found with an unlicensed firearm as well as 12 rounds of ammunition. So in Limpopo today, I can confirm before the Polokwane Magistrate Court that this particular suspect in the Salisville murder case, in the mass shooting, he is appearing before the Polokwane Magistrate Court on a charge of being in possession of unlawful firearms and as well as ammunition.
Now, Acting Police Minister Professor Firoz Cachalia and Northwest Premier Lazarus Mokgosi are visiting the Bapo Mogale Traditional Authority following a surge in illegal mining in Bapong village near Brits. They're meeting Kgosi Andrew Nkoana Mogale and the Traditional Council as part of efforts to stop illicit mining. Police have arrested 21 suspected illegal miners and seized heavy machinery. For more on this, we cross live to SABC News reporter Mbalenhle Mthethwa in Bapong village near Brits. Mbalenhle, very good afternoon to you. Several arrests have taken place since the crackdown on illegal mining began in that area. What do we know so far?
Well, certainly from the conversation and the information that we have received earlier on today. But before I go back to that, I just need to let you know that the Minister and the Premier are still locked in that closed meeting that started at around 11 a.m. this morning. And we will then be able to get an update as to what sort of resolutions they have come to or reached in regard to addressing the challenges that have now become a problem in the community. And this problem is the illegal mining of chrome, where community members have even sold off pieces of their own land to illegal miners. And this is all in the name of unemployment and difficult socioeconomic challenges. Speaking to one of the council spokespersons, or the Royal Household Council spokesperson, Lazarus Mogale, not Lazarus Mogale rather, but Vladimir Mogale, he explained that there is a need to educate the community about the long-term impact of illegal mining and the potential destruction to the communal land, and the fact that this could then devastate the land to the point that they are unable to then plow or sow anything or even build on the particular land that they are now staying in. There was also concern raised by the fact that, you know, we have seen in many other parts of the country where illegal mining has become a challenge, where rivaling gangs or illegal miners shooting each other in broad daylight, and the dangers that this could then bring to the actual community if this does not if this goes unchecked and continues unabated at the moment. There were also conversations about legalizing artisanal mining, but this sector or this illegal mining has really grown leaps and bounds, but it has shown to be more dangerous than helpful, really, where we have seen in other instances where people are human trafficked or trafficked from other countries and forced to work underground. You will remember that incident where workers were forced to stay underground and continue working while the police were waiting for them at the top of those holes. And we also asked if there was a possibility for lasting solutions where these holes are not only closed, but something more extra is done to ensure that they don't then return. But in the event that this is then rather formalized, the sector is formalized, what does this mean? The creation of employment, is this going to create permanent employment where people are actually able to get involved in gainful employment, where they're even able to get medical aid and even a pension fund from the work, like we have seen from the mine workers who have worked for many, many years? And is there an opportunity for legitimate mining companies to come and take over the space instead of the crimes that we have seen taking place? And what has government done in terms of ensuring that this area or this scourge, which has left many dead and many communities living in fear, does not then continue? It seems as though it is rather impossible to legalize something that has already shown signs of danger and the criminals' impact affecting the lives of ordinary South Africans. So for now, we wait to hear what will come out of that particular meeting that is happening behind me, behind closed doors. For now, it's back to you in studio.
Mbalenhle, before we let you go, as those questions linger and that meeting happens behind closed doors, of course, police are trying to get to the bottom of this, following leads in their investigation as questions arise about the masterminds.
Certainly, we are going to find out who the mastermind is, but it would seem as though no one knows who is behind all of this, and it would seem as though even those from the council have only recently just learned about this, and they claim that they did report this incident to the authorities. However, there were delays in regards to efforts to try and come and address this issue, but this is what community members are seemingly unaware of, is the danger and the long-term impact not only on the quality of life but the quality of the land that they're living in and under and so on, because mining is a highly skilled profession, really, where you have engineers that are able to ensure that the land does not collapse. And even where mining activity has happened, where there are engineers involved, there are still sinkholes that are showing up all over Gauteng, as you would know. What then happens when you have people who are unskilled, who are criminals, taking chances to make a quick buck, using people and putting their lives in danger without the necessary protective equipment to go underground and take that whatever mineral and then sell that mineral? We have had incidents and we have had cases or stories alleging that some of the spaza shops and the money that come from the foreign-owned spaza shops is reportedly used to fund criminal activities. Could we, in fact, be, as the country, South Africa, by not investing, or rather by not putting a stop to this, be ultimately funding criminal activities, because there's no way of taxing this illegal mining, right? So the country does not benefit. Where does the money then go? There's no way of tracing where the funds go. Even if there are people who are employed, is it gainful employment. It's back to you in studio.
Very well. Thank you very much. Our reporter Mbalenhle Mthethwa in Bapong village near Brits, where Acting Police Minister Professor Firoz Cachalia and Northwest Premier Lazarus Mokgosi are in a meeting behind closed doors, engaging the Bapo Mogale Traditional Authority over illegal mining, a developing story which we will continue to watch throughout the course of the day.